So how did you get to work today?
I have a bike. Works out just fine. How about you?
Okay. I drive.
Oh, cool. How's that car working out?
It's good.
Yeah? Do you know how it works underneath the hood?
No, I don't need to. I just need to put the key in and then I drive it.
You know, this is kind of like writing code.
In what way?
Well, everything is kind of like
Okay,
writing code. But
yeah.
Stick with me for a second, right?
Okay.
In previous lessons, we gave students a bunch of code.
Yeah, we gave them methods like the display method and the display price method.
Right? And we kept saying, well, don't worry about this. We'll talk about what it does later. Right? Well, that later is now.
Okay.
Okay. So much like how you know how a car works, you can use it. Students were able to use that method.
Okay.
Right? But we wrote the method, so we were the designers of the car in that case.
I see. So the main idea is that you can define a method somewhere,
So that's like building the car.
and then later you can call that method.
That's like driving the car.
Yeah,
So let's use those ideas next.
sounds good. Within the main activity.java file, this is where the display method is defined. And this is where it's getting called, within the increment method and within the decrement method. The instructions of the display method take in a number and then display it on the screen, like this right here. Instead of defining a method, we can also just take the instructions inside of it by copying it and then pasting it where we called that method. And since number is not a variable here, we're going to change it to quantity. If we want to do the same for the increment method, we'd copy this code and then paste it up here. So this code works the same as we had before, but now we don't need the display method. The disadvantage to this implementation is that we have duplicate code in both methods. Instead, if we define the display method and then we just call it by its name, then we can have less code, which is better for the app. I also want to show you something else that's cool. Anytime you see a method, you can click on it and then right-click and then go to declaration, or Command B if you're on a Mac. This scrolls the file to where the method is defined. This is useful because then you can see the actual instructions that are contained within that method. For other methods, it may open up a declaration in the Android framework code. This was written by the Android team, the TextView Java file. This shows that even though things may look like magic, you can always trace it back to the lines of code where it was defined, either by you or by someone on the Android team. To help you understand the difference between defining versus calling a method, let's modify the main activity. We're going to change the way a method is defined by changing the name of the display method to the name display quantity. Then for calling this method, do we need to change anything about that code? If these changes cause an error in your app, make sure to address that so that you can run the app on your phone again. Check these boxes when you're done.